Hello, today we are going to explore the website Newsela. Newsela is a news website for students. The special thing about Newsela is that each article can be viewed and read by lexile level. The content for the article is the same, but the lexile or the level of the reading material is different. You can choose a higher level if you're an advanced reader, or a lower level if it's too hard and you struggle reading. This way you still get the same information. Newsela website is updated often and there's always new articles. The first thing we need to do in order to access Newsela is to go to newsela.com by typing Newsela, Newsela.com in our browser's address bar. It'll bring you to the home page. Now, the next thing we need to do is sign up. You click the sign up button. When you click the sign up button, you will have three choices: a student, a faculty or staff member, or a parent. We're going to sign in as a student. So I click there. This is the account information sign up page. The first thing we need to do is enter a sign up code. Our sign up code for this class that I'm using, this is a test class, is CWX8SF. I'm going to put in a username. I'm making this up because my username is going to be 0001 at SWSD. And I'm going to put my first name. We're going to call this Tony. And last name is Tiger. Tony Tiger. And you will create a password. Your password is going to be the same as your username. Then it's going to ask you to confirm your password. So we're going to type in the password again. Once I've completed that, I'm going to click Sign Up. If I do it correctly and I enter the information correctly, I will get a welcome sign from Newsela, and it'll say welcome in my first name. If I did not get this welcome, then that means that the passwords were typed in and not matching when it was confirmed, so you need to fix that. Once you get this message, we'll click Get Started. This just shows you an overview of the information that you just entered. I'm going to go up here to the top, and now I can start reading. Newsela is separated into categories so you can find the articles easier by topic. We have War and Peace, Science, Kids, Money, Law, Health, Arts, and Sports. Or you could search by clicking on the magnifying glass. If I go to the home page, I just click on Newsela. This is the most up-to-date information. These are the news articles that have just been added. You could tell because the date is 3/8/15 and has the date at the top. It gives you the title and a picture. There's more articles down here. They have recent articles, most loved in 3rd grade, Women's History Month, articles about music, so it's all the categories. We could just keep on going down and looking at the information that we could choose from. Sometimes you'll have the opportunity to choose the articles you want to read. Other times your teacher will ask you to read articles. For our purposes today, we're going to go to Science, and we're going to read an article about popcorn. This is from February 22nd, 2015. And it says, why does popcorn jump and pop? Scientists search for answers. I'm going to click on either the picture or the title. You can do either way. And it'll bring me to the article. Notice there's the title of the article. Underneath it is a picture and a caption. Underneath the picture, the caption says, "In this image taken on January 28, 2013, stovetop popcorn many ways is shown served in a bowl in Concord, New Hampshire." The photo it gives a reference is from AP Photo Matthew Mead. So now I'm going to read the article. Here, though, I can make a choice. I could choose a Lexile range. This blue banner on the right gives me a choice of Lexiles. I could start at a lower level, 690. I can go up to 820, 930, 1060, or the maximum. For today, we're going to start with 690. So it's already there, that's the default, and this is the article in that Lexile range. The word count is here, 494. If I go up here to max, it's going to change it to 556. That's the word count. That's how many words are in the article. We're going to start with 690. Let's read the article. Some articles will also have a quiz and a writing prompt. You can also print this if you wanted to print it. But we're going to read it on our monitors, and then we're going to take a quiz. Popcorn is easy to make in the microwave. But did you know that science can explain why the kernels jump and pop? Two scientists from France wanted to learn more about what exactly happens when we cook popcorn. The scientists, Emmanuel Verot and Alexandre Pomaranco, believe that popcorn is a special food. So, they studied the snack very closely to learn more. Scientists who study food have done experiments on popcorn in the past. These scientists study how to make better popcorn. Verot and Pomaranco tried something different. They wanted to figure out why popcorn acts and tastes like it does. Only one kind of corn pops. Popcorn has a scientific name, Zea mays everata. It is the only type of corn that actually pops. Popcorn kernels are rounder than other corn. The seeds are covered in a thin layer like a shell. When the kernel gets very hot, above 212 degrees Fahrenheit, the water inside the seed heats up and hits its boiling point. When it turns to steam, which is a type of gas, the steam pushes it against the sides of the kernel with great pressure. Then it gets hotter. Pretty soon, the shell cannot take the pressure and it explodes. The kernel turns into a white flake of popcorn that you eat. After it pops, the fluffy corn is much bigger and lighter than the kernel was. Special cameras focus on popcorn. Verot and Pomaranco use special cameras to capture the different steps of the popping. The cameras took thousands of pictures each second. The scientists put the cameras next to the hot plate. The hot plate was used to heat up the kernels. They turned up the heat and watched the kernels pop. It took a long time to understand what was going on with the hot kernels. They watched the popcorn pop into the air. It was like a gymnast doing a somersault. The scientists also checked the temperature. They wanted to know exactly how hot it needs to be for popcorn kernels to pop. They put some kernels in an oven. Then they slowly turned up the temperature. They waited to see how hot it needed to get before most of the kernels popped. Almost all of the kernels popped when the heat reached 365 degrees Fahrenheit. Microphones hear the pop. Finally, they wanted to learn about the sound that popcorn makes. They used microphones to study the sounds. The special microphones are able to hear very quiet noises. They put the microphones next to the hot plate where the kernels are heating up. The microphones and camera were set to work together. The scientists wanted to see exactly when the sounds happened. They waited for the kernels to explode. They were waiting to hear the pop, pop, pop noise. The experiment showed that the water vapor inside the kernel makes the sounds. Sometimes, at the end of the day's experiment, the team would celebrate by eating popcorn together. Okay, now that we're done reading the article, we are going to go to the quiz. Click the quiz, and it shows on the right-hand side. Notice that the lexile and the quiz match. First is the question. Read the sentence from the article. The scientists, Emmanuel Verot and Alexander Pomeranko, believe that popcorn is a special food. Which sentence from the article shows that popcorn is a special food? Is it A, popcorn kernels are rounder than the other corn? B, it is the only type of corn that actually pops? C, the steam pushes against the sides of the kernel with great pressure. I'm going to choose B, and then I'm going to say next. The second question, which sentence explains how the cameras were able to capture the fast-moving popcorn? Is it A, Vero and Pomeranko used special cameras to capture the different steps of the popping? Or B, cameras took thousands of pictures each second? Or C, the scientists put cameras next to the hot plate? Or D, they watched the popcorn pop into the air? We'll choose B. Go to next. Which paragraph from the first half of the article best summarizes the article as a whole? You may want to go back and reread to see the first paragraphs and the first half, what they were, and reread it so you know what the answer is. The first choice is A, popcorn is easy to make in the microwave, but did you know that science can explain why the kernels jump and pop? Or is the answer B, scientists who study food have done experiments on popcorn in the past. These scientists studied how to make better popcorn. Verot and Pomeranko tried something different. They wanted to figure out why popcorn acts and tastes like it does. Or is it C, popcorn has a scientific name, Zeta mea averata, is the only type of corn that actually pops. Popcorn kernels are rounder than other corn. The seeds are covered in a thin layer like a shell. Or is it D, the kernel turns into a white flake of popcorn you eat. After it pops, the fluffy corn is much bigger and lighter than the kernel was. I'm going to choose B. Then I have my last question. Which sentence from the section, microphones hear the pop, supports the main idea of the article? Is it A, they put the microphones next to the hot plate where the kernels were heating up? B, the scientists wanted to see exactly when the sounds happen? C, a very special microphone were able to hear very quiet noises? Or D, the experiment showed that the water vapors inside the kernel make sounds? Choose D. I'm going to submit. And then I get my score. I answered all 4 correctly. Then I can go to the writing prompt. Here it says, write a short paragraph that explains the central idea of the article. Use at least 2 details from the article to support your response. You click here and you can actually type my paragraph. Once you have typed your paragraph, you can submit it and you've completed your work. You can refer back to the story and see how you did, so you keep a record of it. I hope you enjoy your reading.